Bam! We're going live tonight, guys. Do you know who I am? I'm definitely not Officer Daubert. Okay, so yeah, welcome to the stream tonight. Pro Se Legal School. We provide the tools, you do the work, and we provide a little extra punching power in there. And this program works because, well, you learn how to do it yourself for one, so you don't have to trust an attorney and pay them to throw you under the bus. You can throw your own ass under the bus and save your money. Yeah. This program works because we teach you how to hold the players, that the people who paid or signed or both, accountable. For instance, yep, the state's the one that's doing all of this stuff to you. The state's the one stealing your property. The state's the one sending your ass to jail, and the state cannot be an injured party. Neither can the federal government, unless you do something on there. Yeah. Now we're down to splitting hairs. Yeah. So welcome to the show tonight. Tonight's show is going to be kind of different. We opened up to how people make comments on the Lawrence Police Department, and so far I got one email from Lawrence Accountability, and I think his name's Mike, and so we're going to talk. We're going to let him talk in a little while. I think what we're going to do is do things different. We're just going to let people talk. If there's people that have something to say first, and then after that, I'll probably just do a quick run through on why Officer Delbert's crap is crap, and then we're going to talk about the things that I mentioned that I wanted to talk about or wanted to ask him about. I wanted to have him here so he could respond to. Yeah. So let's just get started. You guys make sure you remember to click on the ad so that Coach could get paid for this fire we're bringing to the table. So welcome to the program, Lawrence Accountability. Are you Mike? So did you not get the link, Lawrence Accountability? I sent you the link where you could be a panel. I emailed it to you. So maybe he's not here yet. So we're just going to go ahead and get started with what we're going to talk about. Oh, okay. Hey, so are you Mike? But I wasn't. Okay, well, I'm here now. Okay. So I sent you a link, Mike, where you could be like a panel or on like a guest. Did you get the link? Because I think it would show you up here instead of over here with everybody else. I didn't know. I haven't really had a guest on StreamYard yet, so I didn't know. Oh, you didn't get the link? Huh. Well, I'll send it to you right now. Since I just been learning how to do this. Yeah, I emailed it to you a couple of hours ago, or maybe an hour and a half ago or something. I don't know. But there it is. So you can click on that and you can join us. I'm open to hear what you have to say. I'm sure that I can relate to. I'm pretty sure I can relate. I've talked to quite a few people. Okay, yep, I see you coming in there now. Let me see if I can get you to. to the stage. Okay, I think I have you there. Just the screen's dark. Um,
Let's see. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, I see you.
All right. It looks like here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mike. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay. How are you
So,
doing, guy? I
if you're
remember you
fine with
guys
that,
from
I'm
Yellow
fine
House.
with
We
that.
talked some stuff in there. You can't
How
hear
are
me
you doing
now?
today? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think we're getting this thing set up here.
Okay.
Doggone
I think
it,
I
I don't
need
know
to
what's
figure out
going
how to
on, but
turn my gain down a little because I'd like to hear you more, but I can hear you pretty well.
I got a loud voice, but I remember you guys from when you ran the Yellow House.
Yeah, you're old. Yeah, I'm sure you did, Mike. I've heard a lot about you too. I've heard, my wife pulled up some of your videos, and so I'm happy to have you here. You
Yeah.
know, I just put the disclaimer out there because I'm not interested in wasting my time with nutty people, but
Yeah.
the people that the government says is nutty is different. It's different.
Well,
And I'm sure they're willing to put you in the same group they stuck my ass in, but here we are.
Yeah, we're not always as crazy as they say we are.
So tell us a little bit about what you do, Mike, and what the goal of your business is.
Well, I mean, my whole thing was just I had a run-in with the police where they didn't listen. I was the victim of an assault. I ended up getting arrested and charged. It got escalated a couple different times. And next thing you know, here I am with the camera saying no more. And they've come after me a number of times. I've been charged, 10 or 11 different times in the last 4 years or so. And they've got one crappy one that's stuck so far that's under appeal. But it's all retaliation for me coming out and saying no more. I mean, Rich Lockhart came to town, and I mean the thing that he had with one of our board members, the Community Police Review board member, literally made her quit that board. I had a meeting with him, and he refused to meet with me if I was going to record, and told me that he could see my pain because I laid it out there. I laid out there.
So, who is this person that you're referencing?
This is the chief of police.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know.
Lockhart.
I didn't know Chief's police name.
Yeah, no, and I laid it all out there, and he told me he could see my pain, and then turn around and ignored it. But to bring it back around to the point of your conversation tonight, we have some problem police officers, and Sean Daubert is one of those. He took his own independent steps to try to set up a play to red flag me on the street to take my weapons away. He started acting all scared of me and running around his car and things. Even his sergeant, when I talked to his sergeant, Ivan, a little bit afterwards, was kind of laughing about it and acting like it seemed a little extreme. So even his sergeant didn't buy it. The other things that are coming out about him, it's par for the course. Downtown one night, one of the first witness videos that I published, I saw him come in hot to a scene with a guy that had been talking about a hurt back for a long time. And he just dropped in and went knees down on the guy's back. And even though people were, hey, get off of me, and the guy was suddenly writhing in pain, Daubert was non-responsive to that. And the guy was calm when they started to arrest him. And he had been calm for a period of time until Daubert went knees down on his back and started hurting him. And that's how they escalate. And he's an escalator, and that's a problem. And so when I saw you coming out against him, I had to speak up because I know this guy, and he is an escalator.
Yeah, he tried to escalate my situation too. We had a guy that was smoking in one of my wife's Airbnbs. The connecting unit we don't own, and the guy was smoking. It was coming through, and we'd been talking to him about it or whatever. And And then these people called us and they said that now I'm talking smoke cigarettes. So they called and said now he's over there smoking weed. And the dude's wife, our guest, she was in tears because and the dude said it was some pungent shit. So I was like totally embarrassed. I went over to talk to this young man, and I wasn't very nice to him. I ain't gonna lie to anybody. I was not very nice to him. But he threw the first punch, and he admitted to the cop that he threw the first punch. And the dude was half my size, but he has some wrestling skills.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about.
I still have the video. I'm going to post it at some point in time for people who subscribe will be able to go and watch it. But officer showed up, and I could tell that his prejudicial racist shit was in his face before he even got to us. I was sitting down, holding the dude down, and the dude, the dude was not punched. I never punched him one time. He didn't have any marks on him. Both my elbows were skinned up. My knees were skinned up. Dude ripped up my shirt. Kind of looked like I got my ass kicked, really. But but the cop just assumed that I was the one and started talking shitty to me.
Yeah.
And so I just sat down. I spent the whole time sitting on the ground because I know his type likes to escalate shit.
Yep.
And so I just stayed on the ground the whole time. Well, he got a little pissed off when he wanted to come over and take pictures of my elbows and all of my stuff. I'm like, dude, there's no, you're blocking me from collecting evidence. What evidence? He's not injured. I'm not injured. So who are we collecting evidence for? Already know. The prosecutor's ass.
Well, and Guy, I'll tell you, if any of the viewers out there that are watching want to just go search SHAWN DAUBERT on YouTube, he is the one that comes up in your search results.
Oh yeah. Huh. Well, funny thing is he got a little mad, and so he put his camera down, and then he started talking some shit about how he's going to write me up a ticket for. And I said, you can write whatever you want. I'm not signing anything. You're not signing. So look, dude, I'm a legal professional, and if you're a legal professional and you'd rather go to jail than sign this ticket. And that was his cue to the other young man, Officer Palin. I think his name was Palin. He was a very nice young man.
Yep.
And treated me with total respect. And as far as I'm concerned, Officer Palin should be teaching this other asshole how to do this part of the job. And I just told Officer, look, man, just relax. Okay, because I'm not fighting you guys. I had enough of this shit. I don't feel like fighting anybody anymore right now. I said, it's sad. That dude over there, he's had enough. I had enough. We both just sitting here and both had enough. I had shit to say to him. He had shit to say to me. Okay. And then Officer Daubert shows up with a shitty attitude. And he's the one over there pissed off. So they I told him, look, I'm resisting arrest. You gotta hold me. That ain't the first time I've been to jail. And when I showed up, the jailer came out and asked me, how much have you drank tonight? I'm like, dude, what do you think I'm drinking because I'm black? Are you kidding me right now? No, because you're walking. Yeah, well, you see my knees skinned up, my shirt all toe up. So I feel like shit right now, sir. And then he looked at me funny. And he said, you've been here before. Yeah, back in 2009. They didn't let me go upstairs. No, they told me that I told them, look, I'm not signing nothing. And I wanted to go upstairs, see if I can get me some business. But man, my back was sore. Rolling around on the ground. I just turned 65. I ain't used to that shit anymore. So I took my happy ass on home. But I addressed the issue. They sent my shit over to state court. Now that whole process is jacked up how they do that, because the officer violates the separation clause in the Constitution when he signed the stinking summons. So everything after that was shit. And then they send you through municipal court. Municipal court is a fake ass court. It gets its judicial authority from the city ordinance, which is total bullshit. And that's why it's down the street. And the judge that they call a judge is a pro temp judge. That's not even a real judge. Pro temp judge is not on the judiciary bench in the state of Kansas. So he's just an attorney. Actually, he's a traffic court attorney out of Overland Park. And he has another business in Iowa. Uh-huh. And
Well,
so
the
he's the
reality
judge
is
here.
that's
They
not a
just
court of
hired him to run the RICO operation over there. So they arrest you with the fake shit, the officer signed, violated separation clause. And then when you get there, if they can charge you some money for some stupid shit, then they will. If they charge you with assault, some serious shit where you need to go through state, then they send your shit over to the state prosecutor. And I'm assuming the state prosecutor sends out another charging document. I don't know. We didn't get to that point because it was my understanding, and I know a lot of people, so it was my understanding that Ms. Vasquez didn't want to take some cases. I didn't know if it was my case because the officers, the officers' file for discipline was not provided. So they sent me back to Kopecki. Well, I already sent some shit to Kopecki and tried to, he's telling me, sending me my stuff back, telling me that they don't litigate nothing in the municipal court. They don't litigate nothing in municipal court. But he sent me another letter, and I have like 4 or 5 videos letting me know that I could come in there and plead guilty. Oh, they sent out an arrest warrant. There's an arrest warrant allegedly for my arrest because I refused to go to court in the first place. But I sent them my documents, letting them know that I was going to sue them, whatever. Yeah, so he let me know that if I come in and agree to let him sentence me, let him convict me and sentence me, then they'll take care of the warrant for my arrest, and then I can have my trial de novo over in state court. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have a trial de novo in state court from a fake court to state court. How the hell is that shit? Who the hell has any kind of appeal in state court anyway? Are you kidding me right now? So, well, I obviously didn't go in. So, but now I think I'm going to go ahead and finish this thing with Mr. Daubert and get that. And Kopecki is going to be on there. I'm going to add the city. Well, obviously you have to add the city. Is going to go in 42 USC. I'm also going to add the legal department, Miss Wheeler. I sued their asses in 2017. I think it was 2017, 2016 or 17 for 3 $10 seatbelt tickets, and that ended up in Judge Crabtree's office up in Topeka in federal court, and they called me from his office to figure out how to make that go away, and that's all I can say about that. Mike. Statutes and codes are not valid laws. They don't have enacting clauses, they don't have titles, and they don't have bodies. They don't have the necessary elements that is needed for something, for a statute to be a valid law. Is it not? And criminal, there's no criminal law. No. That's all bullcrap. Criminal statutes do not have enacting clauses tied. So if there's no injured party or damaged property, then they have you in the administrative side of their bullshit, and that's why they don't have no rights. The administrative court is not connected to the Constitution and don't have anything to do with anything that's good, and they operate off of the local rules. One of the things that the biggest thing that people make, in my opinion, when they're like filing their lawsuit against the city or against the police or whatever, is that they go after the what. They go after the what they did as opposed to the why. The why they were able to do the what. When I started doing this stuff, I had a couple of Facebook coaching groups. One of them had 600 and something people in it. And the real-time feedback from those people helped me structure the program that we're doing right now and all the videos that I have. And then updated videos are the ones people should start out if they're new and watching. But what we learned how to do is go after them for the why they're able to do what they did. The reason when you go in with the what, the arguing starts, and then nobody judge gets to help them. When you go in addressing the why, now you're going in addressing the policies and procedures, the day-to-day policies and procedures that they use to violate everybody all the time. No one sues them for that. Oh, they can't argue that. That shit is right there on their website. Yeah, but see, the other thing that we teach people how to do too, that makes this whole thing a big ass problem, is that when you go in and you add the state or the government, because we'll just call it the government because it could be federal or whatever. When you go in and you add the government to their own shit, and you add the prosecutor or the attorney that signed to start that, and the judge who's getting paid by the government to screw you over. So I don't know. I play football and I box and it's keeping it simple. The judge is getting paid by the state. The state can't be an injured party and shit. And wait, the state committed real estate deed fraud to get your deed in their office. And the registration of that deed allowed the first illegal lien to be put on your property. And most people don't realize that. No, you're not getting out of paying a debt. Okay, our debts are supposed to be paid when they took gold and silver off the market and they came up with these fake reserve notes or whatever. You're not getting out of. There was never any loan. Real estate deed fraud allowed the first illegal loan to be put on your property, and the illegal loan was the mortgage loan. And here's why it's illegal. This is what I tell attorneys when they get in my face. I'm not as smart as y'all. Here's why the mortgage loan was illegal. If there were several people who owned property before everybody had to be present to sign that lien. So the fact that they accepted the signature from the homeowner in the first damn place proves that the homeowner owned the shit already, and I smell stink. Yeah. And the registration of that deed allowed the beginning of that mess. So we're in your non-judicial foreclosure, and your shit's already on the internet for sale and all that shit. Then that happened because there's association of deeds registration in every state, and that's where it starts. So the foreclosure people are adding those people as number one defendant. So anyway, let's see what you guys think. Well, so it's not everybody that's coming after my freedom. Well, nobody's coming after my freedom right now. I have questions on whether or not there's even, a warrant for my arrest down there. Why they haven't came and got me, because I've been down there making videos and all that right in their face, so they know where I'm at. But I understand. Your question. I respect law enforcement. Not everybody down there has the head up their ass. And I read the beginning thing here, or yeah, they trust their own when it comes right down to it. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's true. What I found. Well, if he came to my door and he was arresting me and he had a warrant for my arrest and it was a no knock warrant, so he busted my door down, I'm not going to resist. I'm not going to resist arrest. So that doesn't seem like a very smart move to me, to resist arrest. Now, if they come to my door with a warrant and they're knocking, then they're happy I was going to have to wait till I have to leave to go get some food. But at the end of the day, man, I'm not going to fight these people. If they want to violate me, then I'll drag their ass in court. That's what I do. No, I didn't say it was a valid arrest. No, what I said, Mike, was that when you say there, you're referring to everybody. Everybody didn't arrest me. And Officer Palin, who actually was the one in training who drove me to, he didn't have the same attitude as Daubert did. So, right now, my situation with Daubert, and I'm getting ready to address some things on the federal level too. But I don't know. The laws, I don't, I mean, there was no reason for him to arrest me. Okay, there was no reason for him to arrest me because I refused to sign his shit in a judicial state. You don't have to sign, and even in a non-judicial state, they know who you are. Oh. So I don't know where you came out with a valid arrest at. I didn't know. I don't know how any arrest is valid if there's no injured party or damaged property. And in order for an officer to arrest you, the officer would have to see you doing something illegal. And I've went over all this for years and years and years. And that's not the way this works. And when they send my shit to court, then everybody in court's getting paid by the city. And this was the problem they had when they had the $310 seatbelt tickets. It's conflict of interest. The judge getting paid, the clerk's getting paid, the officers getting paid, the prosecutors getting paid. I don't really spend a lot of time trying to make sense out of stuff, Mike, for me. I don't know what makes a good cop. Maybe you can tell me. You seem to know more about this than I do. I don't know what makes a good cop. So the way you're talking about it, you're saying all cops are the same. What you don't understand, and I think what a lot of people don't understand, is that some of these people who don't step up and say, oh, yeah, I saw him doing something over there because they want the damn job. They spent their life trying to do this, and maybe they're here to help people. Maybe they're here to screw people over too. I don't know. So at the end of the day, it comes down to, do you want to go and wait in line for food stamp tickets to feed your family? Well, that's your opinion, Mike. I don't know all of the cops there, so I can't say I don't agree with you there. I don't know all of the cops there. I know there are some that are dirty, but you have bad apples everywhere you go. So I don't know all of the cops there, so I can't go out and say that all of the cops there are dirty. Maybe some of them are not dirty, but they don't want to lose their job. That's kind of a situation that you get into when you're not working for yourself like we are. Yeah, paid mercenaries. I don't know. I don't see them mercenary anybody that ain't resisting arrest. So I don't know. Mercenary means they kill people. At least that's my thought of that. Well, that's your belief. That's your belief. Have you ever been a cop? Ah. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about a couple of other things here that I wanted to get through real quick. Thank you for sharing with us, Mike. I appreciate you taking the time. So we talked about Officer Daubert. I sent him an email, and invited him, and also invited him on the program. I'm sure that he's watching this, and now still not too late. I can send him the link if he like to come on. Now we had a couple of people that reported about Officer Daubert's situation. And one of the people reported to me that that he follows people around when he's driving aggressively, and when people cross him, he has his buddies. he takes the tag number and sends it off to his buddies, and his buddies, run the tag number for him. So I was hoping he'd come here tonight so that I could ask him about that, because I don't want to just assume things. Oh, and so one other person also communicated with me, that he filed an unfair administrative process to force her to lose her rights to bear arms and her business, just because he was pissed off and out of control. So one of my questions for Officer Daubert, and I'm just going to ask here because maybe he'll can come next week or send me an email or something. One of my questions for him was what he does with the tag information. If he's going to follow someone and get their tag information, and illegally, um, he's doing these traffic stops while he's off duty. I'm asking. I'm assuming he's doing this when he's off duty. If he has to call and get have one of his friends on duty run the plate. And so I'm wondering if Daubert, I'm wondering if you detain the drivers while your buddies show up. I don't know. I mean, I'm just wondering what happens after they send you back. Do you have the driver pulled over already? Are you still following the driver? I'm just wondering how that works. So if you could share with us what actions you take after you receive the driver's personal information. A lot of people would like to know. And I have a couple more questions. So were these illegal traffic stops performed after dinner and drinks while you're off duty and out with family members or someone? I don't know. I'm just asking. So did you perform one of these illegal traffic stops on the night that you were out drinking in the thumbnail picture that I showed for the screen? So I was wondering if you had been out, if you did this after drinking that night. I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm hoping that you can clarify some of these things so no one's assuming anything. And I also wonder if any of the complaints that were filed against you were a result of your illegal due process traffic stops. The traffic stops that you made. Were any of the complaints that are on record filed against you a result of the illegal traffic stops that you made? I'm wondering. Well, I'm assuming that you made them, or I don't know. I'm very confused. Did anyone complain that you smell like alcohol if you harassed them during the traffic stop when you okay? And have you ever been stopped anywhere for drinking and driving? Not convicted, because I know how that goes when you're a police officer. You get out of some stuff, and that's what Mike was saying. So I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, I'd like to know. I'd like to know if these are because this whole situation with you harassing people kind of plays into what I went through and what Mike's gone through, and some other people that filed complaints, and nothing was done about it except covering it up. Mm-hmm. So my other question is, did any of the complaints allege racial profiling? I'm gonna take a sip of my tea on that one. I wonder if any of them alleged racial were any of the people who filed complaints the same colors? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Were they Mexican? I don't know. I just for I'm just asking. I like to know these things. Kind of gives me an idea of the situation. Oh, religious stalking. Okay. Why would someone majestic D France? Why would someone want to stalk? Oh, they don't like your religion. Hmm. Okay, well, that's religious stalking. Thank you, Majesty. Thank you for joining the program tonight. I'm not sure, Mac Man. Do I give away for an answer for a package? I'm not sure what your question here is, Mac Man. Well, the ones you should be studying are the updated ones first. Do I give it away? I didn't know what you're talking about, man. And whenever I have something, a contest or something, everybody knows. But I only do that when I want to. Otherwise, people would be running my show. Ah. Hey, you guys, I want to take a second to thank Humera. Humera Yasmin, she is my CEO of marketing and website design. She is totally off the chain with her work and her ability to do whatever the hell we need done. She does everything except answer the phone. Oh, Gerald will tell you that. He called and talked to her one day, and he was shocked that he got me. Like, dude, she does everything except answer the phone. Thank you, Humera. Your work's beautiful. We've gotten a lot of positive comments from the website. You guys should go over to the website there at winningcourtnow.com and take a look at your options. The traffic package I'm going to put on sale for the rest of this month. We're gonna have a Daubert sale. Officer Daubert sale. Yeah, so and that package is a regular $600 package, even though I have it marked at I don't know, even though I have it marked down to $300 right now. But I'm gonna put it on sale again. Yep, there's a Daubert sale. It's gonna last till the end of the month. I know what y'all thinking. What's the sale price? I don't remember. Sometimes the shit is so low, I just can't say it. So y'all gonna have to go over there to the website and check it out. Y'all know what the website is going across the screen right down there. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, you got that. Car package? No, Mac man. Look, we don't. I just explained in the video. Maybe you missed it. That we don't do stuff for what we do. Why they were able to go after you. So if they went after you for violating a statute, then the traffic package is what you need. You just change it from the traffic stuff to whatever stuff in their cars, whatever they violated. So this is why this is a legal school. You got to figure out how to change this stuff to fit what you need. If you don't, and you don't watch the updated instructional videos and stuff like that, then you're not going to know the words that you need to know when those fools contact you and get in your face. And if you don't know the right words, they're going to schedule a hearing. Yep, that's what they do. Well, they're either going to dismiss your shit or schedule a hearing. So, MacMan, you can talk to me later on the coaching thing over on, you can go to the website, and my link to Twitter where the coaching is done is on there, because, you know, I don't understand what you're talking about there, and it's not something that we're going to spend a whole lot of time on. And yeah, let me make a note. Reduce the traffic package to 2 cents. No, it's not going down 2 cents. Sorry, I misspoke on that. So you guys can get over to the website if you have this problem. I would love for Officer Daubert to have, I know, 7 or 8 of my my lawsuits stuck in his face. Mike, I have your email address, so I'm going to send you something after we get done, and you can decide if you'd like to use that or not. And I'm also going to like your channel, so we can kind of be connected there and keep an eye on each other's stuff. And you let me know if you need something, young man. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. I see you in the next live stream. Stay in the ring.